Hi and welcome to JDM Scale Reviews. This is the first video I'm making for my channel, and as you can see on the bench we have the Mines R33 GTR. This is quite a rare kit. I've only ever seen 3 in my life. I did own 2 of them, but I did pass one on to a fellow collector. Anybody who knows anything about the Mines tuning company in Japan know that they tend to make their changes to the chassis and the engine of the car only. They tend to leave the body very stock, hence why you can see in the picture that the car looks like any other GTR, apart from the fact it's got the Mines decals all over it. So let's take a look, shall we? As you can see, the kit is a 2000 kit. It's pretty good condition for being almost 20 years old. And as you can see, not many scratches on it. Obviously the edges are frayed a little bit, but what do you expect really? It's an old kit, but we'll take a look and see what's inside the box. Okay, so first off the bat, the first thing we can see are the decals, which are there. They are pretty nicely detailed. And you can see that we've got the Mines stickers, the LM. The number plates are starting to yellow a bit. That is a sign of the age. But you can actually create your own Japanese number plate, which is quite cool. Next we have the body shell. And as of course this is a sealed kit, the staple is still in the end there. It is a standard Fujimi R33 body. Inside here we have a grille. And you can just see, if we can edge it to the left a little bit, we have the 18-inch BBS LM wheels and a couple of what looks like axles there. We have 2 axles. Very strange. I thought the car does have steering, so obviously we only need one for the back. Onto the front end, we have the front bumper with the bottom spoiler all moulded into one. We have a bonnet lip for the very front, the grille, and what looks to be like an intercooler, and this is very nicely detailed. In fact, there's not a lot of flash on there at all. In fact, there's actually none, and for a 20-year-old kit that's pretty impressive. The next part of the spree we'll look at is the additional bits that come in this kit. We have some alternative seats, an alternative steering wheel, what looks to be a short shifter, and another intercooler, a black blade for the rear GTR spoiler, and an exhaust pipe with a single large bore exit by the look of it. This is, as far as I'm aware, the V-Spec additions to the kit. So in the normal V-Spec kit you would also get these, of course. As we go further down into the kit, we have the clear parts, which are again very nicely detailed. If you have a look at the headlights, the detail on them is quite nice. It's very subtle. We have a little bit of flash on one of the bumper indicators, as we can see just there. Very easy to trim down. We have the rear lights, and of course the back lights, which would be the indicators, and the reverse lights, and usually that panel is either clear coloured on the real car or it's body coloured. We have the window screen and all the places that you can see where you would need to paint it black to get the outline and masking done. And again, heated rear window, nicely detailed as well. Onto the rear parts, we have a relatively detailed interior. It's not looking too bad. You can see all the indicator switches there, and the back seats are looking quite nice as well, with the speakers and the air vents at the back. It doesn't have separate door cards, which is a shame, but I'm sure it would look pretty nice painted up as it is. We have another rear spoiler. Of course you can use this one or the black one, they're both exactly the same. And the brakes look like generic brakes. Yes, they are. We have the fuel tank, and of course the interior, which is a right-hand drive. Guessing these would be the wing mirrors, and therefore these are the wing mirror inserts. Now they would need to be painted chrome, so you get the reflective surface. Silver doesn't really match up there, and of course the windscreen wipers. The centre console is also there, and we have the original steering wheel. If we were to build the kit, we would actually probably use the Nismo version on the black sprue that comes with this kit. Last but not least, we have the chassis detailing sprue. There's the chassis, kind of very basic looking, but it does the job. This is a curbside model, so there is no engine detail at all. We have the bottom end of the spoiler there, and the original GTR seats, which always look fantastic. You have the centre console and the handbrake, rear view mirror, a rear window screen wiper, because these cars did have a single rear wiper on the back of them. So I did actually think this car had steering, but looking at this chassis, it doesn't. We can see why we now have two axles, one to go through the front of the rear diff on the rear subframe, and another one to go on the front, which would be part of the front subframe, floor pan and suspension. A little bit disappointing, because the cars always look better with steering, of course. Although there's nothing to say you can't build the Mainz R33 body and decal it up, paint it up, and then put it onto another Fujimi chassis, which actually does have steering. We're going to take a closer look at the actual body on this kit, which means we are going to open up the sealed packet and do that staple right there. We're going to drag this out without disturbing anything else. It is a lovely moulded body. There's absolutely no flash on it that I can see at all. I'm just having a look for any kind of mould lines on it, which are obviously quite difficult to see in the white. You can see just the mould lines just there on the rear bumper. Nothing to write home about, but very, very easy to get rid of. They go down halfway down the bumper and across the bottom. The mould line on the front is actually down the bonnet crease, and it comes down between the indicator and one of the main headlights, and you can just about see it just there. So obviously it must run the whole length. We can just see it going over the roof just there as well. So actually a very, very tidy kit. Won't be very hard to get painted up and looking spot on, to be honest. We'll just take a quick look at the wheels, which in this case have been split into two. Again, they are in a sealed packet. So I'm just going to split that bag up and pull a set of these out. Looks like we've got some spacers there as well, just in case. Very nicely detailed wheels. The tyres look great, as always. Fujimi tyres always do. Again, like I said, it does come with the spacers. There are two axles inside the kit at the bottom there, as you can see, because the kit does not actually include steering, which is a bit of a shame. However, you know, it's not a deal breaker. And here, last but not least, we have some wire mesh, and this would obviously cover where the intercooler would normally be, behind the indicator vents, and also behind the nerve vents on the bumper. Plenty there. You wouldn't use all that. And no, great, very nice little bit of detailing from Fujimi there. And there we have it, every nook and cranny of the Fujimi 1/24 scale Mainz LM Edition GTR Skyline. It is a good kit. It's a very basic kit, but it is nicely detailed, nicely cast. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks very much. Make sure you sub, and if you'd like to leave a comment, it would be most appreciated. Thank you. Bye.